Sari Gora Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Kartik Mas ki Jai.
Either one, I just need to.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Kartik Mas ki Jai. The wonderful month and auspicious month of Kartik is here, where we get immense blessings for every little, even austerity that we do. So devotees, welcome once again to our Kartik program on this beautiful Sharad Purnima evening. So the next part of our program will be class. His Holiness Bhakti Caitanya Swami Maharaj ki Jai. So we have class today by His Holiness Bhakti Caitanya Swami Maharaj, who of course needs no introduction. Maharaj, as we know, is a disciple of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, and he'll be enlightening us on Kartik Mas today. Also, after Maharaj speaks, we'll be having His Grace Madan Mohan Das. So let's welcome His Grace Madan Mohan Das as well. Madan Mohan Prabhu is a disciple of Mukunda Goswami Maharaj, and Prabhu has been making valuable contributions to ISKCON in terms of spreading Krishna consciousness, Krishna consciousness, and spreading Prabhupada's mission. And very notably, Prabhu is also a sannyas candidate. So we're very fortunate to have Prabhu with us. Hari Bol. Also, we acknowledge His Grace Medhavi Prabhu. Wonderful to have Prabhu's association, especially in this auspicious month. Also, we welcome Shrutakirti Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So devotees, let's welcome His Holiness Bhakti Caitanya Swami Maharaj ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Haribo. Jai Radhe, Jai Krishna. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna. Jaya Vrindavana. Shri Govinda Gopinatha. Madana Mohan. Krishna. Jaya Vrindavana. Shri Govinda Gopinatha. Madana Mohan. Jaya Radhe, Jai Krishna, Jai Vrindavana, Shri Govinda Gopinatha, Madana Mohan. Jai Vrindavana, Vrinda Gopinatha. Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Kalindi Jamuna Jaya Jaya Mahavan Radha Kunda Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Kalindi Jamuna Jaya Jai Mahavan Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Kalindi Jamuna Jaya Jai Mahavan Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jai Vrindavana Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Mohan Jai Krishna Vrindavana Gopinatha Madana Mohan Jaya Radhe Jai Krishna Jai Vrindavana Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Mohan Jai Radhe Jai Krishna Jai Vrindavan Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Kalindi Jamuna Jaya Jai Mahavan Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Jija Jaya Mahavan Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Kalindi Jamuna Jaya Jai Mahavan Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Jai Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radha Jai Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radha Jai Radha Radhanatha Radha Radhanatha Radha Jai Radha Radhanatha Radha Radhanatha Radha Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jai Nishtavad, Paramahangs, and Paramagic Charis, Tadisasi Samad, His Divine Grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki, ISKCON's founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki, Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki, Shishi Radha Damodar Ki, Shishi Radha Radhanatha Ki, Shri Giri Govardhan Ke, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Ke, Shri Damodar Vrata Ke, Shri Kartik Vrata Ke, Gaur Premanande. All glories to their Sama devotees. All glories to their Sama devotees. All glories to their Sama devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna devotees, welcome to the first day or first evening of the month of Kartik 2025. You've all been coming for quite some time, many of you for so many years, so you know what is the month of Kartik. You know about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, as Damodar. This is that time every year. It comes around. What a very special time. What a wonderful, glorious and joyful time. So we will say a few words. I'll say a few words, and then His Grace Madan Mohan Prabhu will say a few words. Yes, he is a very nice devotee who I've known for many years. I forget how many, but I don't know if it's 30 years or something like that. Very senior devotee, Russian, but he speaks English better than most of us, actually. I mean, talk about being fluent. Anyway, you'll find out shortly. So, yes, let us say a few words now about this wonderful month of Kartik and the wonderful pastime of Shri Shri Radha Damodar or Shri Shri Yashoda Damodar. So please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So yes, we will talk a bit about the background of this month of Kartik and the famous pastime which is there behind it all. What we will do to start off with, I'll read a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. You know, there's so many things we can say about this month of Kartik. And so we'll say some things this evening, and other evenings and days we'll say more. Yeah, it's just like a great reservoir of nectar. There's just so much there in this month of Kartik, Damodar. So yes, this is Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th Canto, Chapter 9, which is titled, Mother Yashoda Binds Lord Krishna. And we will read verse 20. Please turn off your telephones. Thank you. Otherwise we may have to confiscate them and sell them to offset expenses. Ne mam virincho na bavo na shirapyanga samshraya prasadam lebire gopi yatat prapa vimukti dat. And the translation: neither Lord Brahma, nor Lord Shiva, nor even the goddess of fortune, who is always the better half of the Supreme Lord, can obtain from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the deliverer from this material world, such mercy as received by Mother Yashoda. So, of course, Srila Prabhupada gives a purport. It's fairly substantial, but I think we'll just, for the time being, just go straight into the pastime. And first thing I can say is it's a very important and very interesting point in principle or in general about the month, is that we have so many festivals. Actually, every day in our calendar has a number of different festive occasions. It's not just the major events which we're all familiar with, like Janmastami, Gorpanima, and Ram Navami, etc., etc., but every day. But anyway, like coming up shortly during this month is the Govardhan Puja Day. We're all familiar with the Govardhan Puja Day. I'm sure you've all been here for Govardhan Puja events in the past. It's a wonderful festival which we celebrate just really. We're going to confiscate a telephone. Oh, how wonderful. Well, just so you don't feel too bad, once I was sitting right here, X marks the spot, and somebody's telephone went off. So me, in my sort of cheeky way, I said what I said earlier, that, turn off your telephone, otherwise we'll have to confiscate it. Trying to be serious. But I mean, we definitely should do that. So then I started my class. I was giving, I think it was a Sunday program. And about 2 or 3 minutes, just a little way into the class, what should happen? Take a guess. My telephone started ringing. So, one should not be too sort of haughty about these things. Turn off your telephone, because you never know. You'll be caught out yourself. But anyway, the thing is this, and it is very interesting at the very least, is that we have all these major celebrations, and Govardhan Puja is one of them, coming up shortly in a couple of weeks or so. And they're just wonderful, and they're very important, extremely important. But the thing is, we, generally speaking, only celebrate these occasions on the particular day, just for one day. And then we sort of just move on with life in Krishna consciousness after that one day. But it's just an interesting point that this Kartik, this Damodar Vrata, and the month of it, well, it is celebrated for the entire month. And this is significant. There must be some significance to it. And every day we're meditating on it. We'll be singing the Damodarastakam shortly after the Arti. Yeah. So it definitely means something. And, the message which is there, the lesson which is there to be learned by all of us as aspiring devotees from this whole Damodar Leela, it really is so relevant and important for us. Anyway, that's just something to start off with. So anyway, the pastime itself, actually this pastime happened on the Diwali day. This is a fact. It happened on the Diwali day, which is also coming up very shortly. It's the actual day the event occurred, is that Mother Yashoda was churning the yogurt to make butter. And while doing that, she's a mother. She's just the topmost mother, actually. And as mothers often have to do, she was multitasking. She's churning the yogurt into butter while breastfeeding our Lord Krishna at the same time. But then, talk about multitasking, in the kitchen, that this was going on outside in the courtyard, but then in the kitchen, just right nearby, a matter of few meters away, the milk, which was on the stove in a pot, just heating up, it started boiling over. And Mother Yashoda, Lord Srila Prabhupada says in the purport to the verse, which actually is explaining this point, that how the milk was about to boil over, Srila Prabhupada makes the point that devotees get into situations in principle like this. Different things are happening at the same time. And Prabhupada says that Krishna, he gives the devotee the understanding how to deal with these different things which may happen at the same time. So Mother Yashoda, she got the inspiration to stop churning the yogurt into butter and to put down little Krishna and to go and save the milk from just boiling over and being burnt and wasted. Because, as Prabhupada would say, milk is liquid religiosity. We should never waste even a drop of milk. If we do, in the future, we will be short that, however much we waste. Meaning we'll really feel that, I just don't have enough milk. So she stopped churning, put Krishna down, went to save the milk. There's a whole thing, we can get into quite an exposition on this. And so now she's inside saving the milk, and little Lord Krishna, he was being breastfed. Prabhupada also says this is the safest position for a child, for a little child, when they're being breastfed by their mother. But now suddenly, he just finds he's down on the ground or on the floor there and just looking up at the sky, and what happened? Yes. So, it's a long story, but the thing is that then Lord Krishna became transcendentally, and it's very important to remember that, transcendentally upset with his mother. It's not like in the relationships we are familiar with where a child sometime may rarely become upset with the mother. Yeah, like really get into some sort of extreme state of anger. But transcendently, Krishna became angry. And while she was saving the milk and dealing with that whole situation and dealing with the milk and whatever she was doing with the milk, then Krishna decided, I will teach her a lesson. Transcendentally decided. Yeah. I will teach her. You want to just sort of dump me on the ground? Huh. I will show you. So what he did, and without getting into detail, that she was churning quite a big pot, like, maybe this height, kind of quite big, maybe 10, 15 liters or whatever, substantial amount of yogurt. Krishna took a rock and he smashed it and broke a hole in it down by the bottom. And the half prepared, whatever, butter and the yogurt and, all this sort of half and half, it all came out on the floor. What a mess. 10 or 15 liters just all over the floor. But that was not enough for our Krishna. He then just started smashing other pots. Some were hanging from the ceiling with milk or cream or sweets and things like this. He smashed them and the contents all came out on the floor. It was a real housewife's nightmare. And then Mother Yashoda came out and saw this terrible mess. I mean, it took a few minutes, actually, to do all this smashing and so on. And Krishna had eaten some of whatever the different things, and the butter, he had eaten some butter, and he'd been feeding it to the monkeys, and the monkeys had eaten loads and loads of it by now, and they were refusing and sort of pulling back. Krishna's going, come on, take some more, and the monkeys are saying no in monkey language. And these things were going on. And out came Mother Yashoda, and she saw the mess, and there's Krishna trying to feed the monkeys. And then Krishna, to top it all off, Krishna turned and said to Mother Yashoda, just look, your butter is so bad, even the monkeys won't eat it. And that Mother Yashoda decided, not like some people might, that they should hit their child for obviously being very naughty and mischievous or worse. But she decided in her way, I must help this child by teaching him a lesson that we just don't do this sort of thing. And he must learn that. So how to teach him a lesson? She thought, I will tie him up. I will tie him up for a while and release him after a while. But when he's restricted like that, then it will help him understand, I really did do something wrong, and I really must not do that again in the future. This was her idea. So, because, this was not the only event which she had had to deal with Krishna being, naughty and so on like that. In fact, she was really concerned that in the future, if she doesn't train Krishna and discipline him nicely, but discipline him to be a good boy, then he may grow up to be a bad young man, a bad adult. So she really felt as a mother, this is my duty to train him and train him in such ways that he learns to change his activities and his attitudes. Because she was afraid that, well, she knew Krishna goes around stealing butter from time to time. Today, so she was concerned, today he is stealing butter. Tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but in the future, he may hijack motor cars. Of course, they didn't have motor cars, but he might hijack buffalo wagons. You get the idea. And people might think, look at this fellow, he's terrible. He's just a social misfit. What sort of useless mother did he have? And it would reflect on her. And so not just for her reputation, but out of real concern to help Krishna to become a better person and grow up to be a responsible adult. Because after all, he is the son of the king, Nanda Maharaj, king of the cowherds. So anyway, so she made that decision. I must catch him and tie him up. And so there was this big chase scene, running around this way and that. Another telephone, I heard it. We'll collect quite a few. So yeah, there's this whole chase scene. She's running after Krishna and Krishna's dodging away. And Krishna's young. He's a young boy at this stage. He's just, whatever it is, 5 or 6 or something like that. He's a small boy, but, he's quite agile to dodge and escape from his mother, because she was, you could say, a somewhat heavily built, middle-aged lady, because Krishna was born late in her life, relatively speaking. Ladies, in their 20s and 30s, they may give birth at 40s, not so much 50s. I think it's quite rare. So, but Krishna had been born late, like really in the middle of their lives, Nanda Maharaj and Mother Yashoda. So, and she was a heavily built lady, and Krishna's dodging back and forth and around, and she just couldn't catch him. So she prayed, not to Krishna actually, she prayed to Lord Narayan that please help me to catch this boy and then discipline him and teach him right from wrong. I must do that for his sake. So like that, she prayed to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Narayan or Lord Vishnu, to help her. And well, you all know that she managed to catch him. And then now she's got him. Now the idea is to tie him up. So she needed some rope to tie him up with. So, okay, where's some rope? And then she finds, here's some rope. Because Krishna, he's a small boy. His waist is maybe this size or something along those lines. Not big at all. So she saw some rope and she thought, yeah, this is enough. Small boy, maybe a couple of few meters of rope, 2 meters or 3, or this will be plenty. But what happened? It was 2 fingers too short. Oh gosh, okay. Well, I must get some more rope then. So she did. Now she's got maybe 5 meters of rope. And devotees, you must know, if 5 meters of rope will not go around your tummy, You have been eating too much prasadam, too much butter paneer and other goodies. But the 5 meters, 5 meters, it's really a lot. It wouldn't go around his waist once. And, well, you all know the story. She just kept adding more and more and more and more until she had, we understand, even like a kilometer of rope. And if that will not get around your stomach, well, I make no comment on that. But it's pretty extreme. And as this is happening and happening and happening and happening, and her mood of motherly concern was increasing and increasing and increasing. And just like when she wanted just to catch him, she prayed to the Supreme Lord. So she prayed, please let this rope be enough. And suddenly it was enough. And even if it had been some, centimeters of rope, it would have been enough somehow. Transcendentally, magically, it would have been enough. So, yes, so she tied him. And, in very simple terms, extremely simple, that is the basic story, the very basic story. But, we will expand on these things as the days go by, and particularly on the weekends, we'll expand on these things. But one little closing point I can make is that Srila Sridhar Swami, who's one of our great acharyas, and he's a commentator on Srimad Bhagavatam, he said that the rope was 2 fingers too short every time, even though she just added more, but it was still 2 fingers too short. And look at your 2 fingers. These are mine, you see. He says, Sridhar Swami, he says, this finger, you see this finger, this is the my effort finger, represents my effort. And the actual middle finger is the Krishna's mercy finger. Is there a difference with your fingers? Or is your effort finger bigger than your middle finger? I don't expect that. Yeah, so you can see, we have to make our effort. You don't want to just, sit down and relax and just not bother trying to deal with this matter. But still, Krishna's mercy is more important. And that's a very important factor in the lives of devotees. And it's said sometimes that we should try when we're meant to do something, some service which may be challenging and really require a bit of a special effort, then we must try our best, as if it depends on us trying our best. But at the same time, we must pray to Krishna for his mercy, as if that's the thing, the main thing. So both things need to be there. Not just the Krishna's mercy finger that, Krishna, he'll do whatever is required. So I'll sit down or lie down even and take rest, or sit down and have a bunny chow and wait till Krishna sorts it out, whatever it is. No, not like that. We got to try our best. And the fact that we must try our best is not a contradiction of the fact that We must pray to Krishna like, if he doesn't help us, it can't be done. We must pray like that. These two things transcendently combined. So there you go, devotees, and over the next few days, particularly I guess on Sunday, we'll examine these subjects in more detail. What I want to do now is call on His Grace, Madan Mohan Prabhu, and he will elaborate on some other elements, some other aspects of the picture. So I think what we'll do, he can come and sit here. Huh? Yeah, as long as people can see him. The mic's coming.
That's okay. No. There is really nothing to see much, Maharaj, but thank you so much for this absorbing and inspiring narration of the pastime. Listening to you, I remembered Shruta Kirti Prabhu's class last Sunday when he spoke about his experience serving Srila Prabhupada, being at his beck and call, and he narrated a very intimate pastime when he was massaging Srila Prabhupada in his bedroom, and then Srila Prabhupada all of a sudden started narrating. You could say it was a live stream from the spiritual world, when Prabhupada said how much he liked to be a cowherd boy playing with Krishna, and he said pensively, I really want to go back to the spiritual world and play with Krishna, wrestle with Krishna, and eat kachoris and laddus with him. And this is the power of listening to devotees who have either come from the spiritual world, just like Srila Prabhupada did, and or those who are empowered by Srila Prabhupada to continue the same live stream of spiritual reality from the spiritual world. Srila Prabhupada explains that when devotees speak with realization backed up by his or her impeccable behavior, personal devotion to the spiritual master, and empowerment from the spiritual master, then those who listen to him or her can actually get a glimpse of the spiritual world. So listening to His Holiness Bhakti Caitanya Maharaj, even though, as he said in the introduction, we have heard these pastimes so many times before, but they become ever fresh, but also they communicate, they relay the experience of the spiritual world. And I don't know about you, even though I do know about you, and I do know about myself, I didn't want it to stop, Maharaj. Thank you very much. And also Maharaj mentioned in the very beginning of his talk that the safest position for a child or baby is to be breastfed by his mother. Maybe it will be a little bit of a frivolous analogy, but the safest position for us, second or third generation of devotees, depending on how we count, is to be nurtured by our seniors, by our gurus, those who really invest in our well-being, spiritual and otherwise, who show such a wonderful example to follow, and who really live by our well-being and our benefit in spiritual life. I have the fortune of having been in the association of Bhakti Caitanya, well, I shouldn't say in association, being around, somewhere on the orbit around Bhakti Caitanya Maharaj for almost, over 30 years. I even had the fortune of accompanying Maharaj on a train ride. I don't know if he remembers that, but I do. Even before he took sannyas. And again, the qualities, please forgive me, Maharaj, for speaking about you, but I couldn't help but. The qualities of Maharaj that he displayed back then: absorption, personal impeccable behavior, compassion to all, strictness with himself, oceanic mercy and knowledge and deep commitment to Srila Prabhupada was as present as it is now. Nothing has changed. Even the pace of his travels haven't changed, if you noticed. So Maharaj, I just beg for your mercy so we never leave the safety of being nurtured by yourself and by your God brothers and God sisters, the devotees who really show us not just their own example, but also the spiritual world through your words, and most importantly, the commitment to Srila Prabhupada, which is you could say, the pivot of everything we have in our society, all the temples, communities, projects, thousands, hundreds of thousands of devotees, millions of books distributed, everything depends on and is based on and spins around the pivot of Srila Prabhupada's mercy, and such devotees, such loyal disciples of Srila Prabhupada like His Holiness Bhakti Caitanya Maharaj are the support for this pivot in our lives. I speak my heart out to him. Prabhu's. Go. Sorry. Yes. In the remaining 10 minutes, we're supposed to wrap up the pastime. But the reason I started talking about this is also the devotees like Bhakti Caitanya Maharaj have the ability to bind Krishna. When Mother Yashoda bound Krishna, as Maharaj has just explained, one great devotee explained that he felt compassion for those who are bound in the material world. And that's why the next thing he did when Mother Yashoda left him unattended and went back to the kitchen to take care of the mess that Krishna had left, Krishna remembered the blessings of his great devotee Narada Muni, who sometime in the past happened to be passing through a playground of a sort of a beach of demigods when he saw two youthful and intoxicated by their youth and by their wealth and by their senses to demigods, or sons of demigods, sons of Kuvera, Nalakuvara, Manigriva. They didn't behave well in front of the great sage. Narada Muni cursed them to become trees in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj, and he blessed them that Krishna will come and deliver them. So when Mother Yashoda left Krishna, as she thought, safely bound, Krishna immediately called his friends. Actually, she called the friends and she made them surround Krishna and watch him so he doesn't commit any more mischief. But when Mother Yashoda went back to the kitchen, Krishna took advantage of the situation. It was Diwali, as Maharaj mentioned. Everyone was busy with festivities, which left their houses unattended. So Krishna, being bound, and he didn't want to break the bond created by his mother's love, sent his boys to the empty houses to do what he would have otherwise done himself with them, but he decided to be a good boy, stayed back. So while they were away, some boys stayed back with them, a few, and Krishna remembered the curse, actually blessing of Narada Muni, and he started gradually crawling towards these two trees, bifurcated tree, Yamala Arjuna, connected at the base, at the root, because he remembered the blessings of Narada Muni, and he decided to make good on the blessings of his devotee by liberating these two otherwise intoxicated and unfit for spiritual life and unfit for his personal darshan sons of a demigod. Which also reminds me of Srila Prabhupada's mission. As he said himself, he promised to Krishna to come to this world to liberate all of us. He even narrated, it slipped through his mouth a few times, that Krishna told him, even asked him or begged him to come to the material world, and Srila Prabhupada didn't want to. And Krishna asked him, please, just go and write your books and come right back, and I'll do the rest. Srila Prabhupada explains, when a devotee promises something to anyone, Krishna feels bound by his promise, and he always fulfills the promises of his devotees, even though those promises are unfulfillable. We, in the material world, in the Western world, or in this world and during the age of Kali don't have any chance to become devotees, don't have any chance to meet a devotee, don't have any chance to even develop a desire to live a spiritual life. I remember last year, was it last year or 2 years ago, I sat in a class of Harinamananda Prabhu in Melbourne when he had been just fresh off the, what was the coolies? The coolies in Australia. You probably don't know what the coolies is. He'll tell you if you ask him. Those intoxicated, drunk, crazy youth who celebrate their being graduates, finish high school, and they had Harinam right there in the middle of these millions of Nalakuvaras and Manigrivas, and and he told us in the class. I remember very vividly. He was so excited and so blissful, narrating that experience when they finished chanting. The Nalakuvaras of Australia didn't let them go, and they started chanting one more song, and actually they followed the devotees to their hotel. Am I being accurate? Like that. So Srila Prabhupada somehow he managed to create a situation in which he bound Krishna with his promise. He told Krishna, please accept these, as he used to refer to people of this world, fools and rascals, and he was being gentle and polite. Please accept them and make them devotees just for their consent to show some interest in the spiritual life, be it through association with devotees, be it through taking some prasadam, through being somewhere in the vicinity of devotees, even through just having a small kind thought about a devotee. Please make these ways of getting in touch with Lord Chaitanya's movement so potent that they could develop into proper devotees. Actually, it was Narada Muni's blessing again. He's everywhere. You see, Narada Muni is complicit to all such transcendental tricks and transcendental situations that Krishna and his pure devotees have arranged. It was in the end of Brihad Bhagavatamrita when he asked Lord Krishna for a blessing. He said, Lord Krishna, please bless all people of this age, of this world, that in whichever way they get in touch with your name, with your books, with your service, or with your devotees, let them develop an unquenching desire to become pure devotees of Krishna, pure devotees of yours. And Krishna raised his right hand and said, Tatastu, let it be so. So we see that Srila Prabhupada bound Krishna with his ropes of love and his ropes of mercy and made Krishna enter our lives in such a fashion as he did with Nalakuvara and Manigriva in their bodies as trees. He crawled through them, the mortar got stuck, Krishna pulled a little bit, he invested the rope and the mortar with his special Shakti of potency so they do not break, and he pulled down the trees which had been standing there for ages. They were as strong as a thunderbolt, and no one could make them budge. But Krishna broke them, they came crashing down with a tumultuous sound. Everyone in Vrindavan was deafened and lost their consciousness for one muhurta, they say, except the boys who were sitting right next to Krishna as witnesses of his heroic deeds. And everyone then came running to the place of that accident. Nanda Maharaj came running too. And while he was on the way, Krishna was smiling, crawling around with the mortar still tied to his waist, enjoying the calamity he had created. But then when he spotted Nanda Maharaj approaching from behind, he put on a show of crying. He pretended to be crying. And Nanda Maharaj rushed to his place, picked him up, and he asked angrily, who did that? Who was that rascal who bound you to the mortar? And what did Krishna say? Mother. Nanda Maharaj went, uh-oh. And Krishna became so angry, at least as Maharaj explained, he was transcendentally angry. Actually, this pastime of Damodar Lila is you could say, a hub, a pinnacle of contradictions. The Supreme Lord, who is supposed to be self-sufficient, becomes dependent on his mother's breastfeeding him. The one who is supposed to be the manifestation, the example of dharma, religiosity and righteousness, steals. And the one who is supposed to be unattainable by yogis, pursuing him with the speed of mind, gets caught by a middle-aged, kind of little bit, how would they say, corpulent or plummy, something like that. Plump, healthy, that's right. Lady. And Bhagavatam is very graphic in describing how difficult it was for Mother Yashoda to chase, but somehow rather, Param Rishtam Atyatanto Drutya Gopya. And Damodarashtaka says, despite his being unattainable by the yogis and being able to travel much faster than the speed of light, Mother Yashoda catches him from behind. The one who is feared by fear personified becomes first pretentiously, but then genuinely afraid of Mother Yashoda. The one who is all space and all time gets bound by Mother Yashoda in a relatively short time. The one who is supposed to be completely sattvic becomes angry. So there are so many contradictions, and all of these contradictions, as Acharyas explain, become resolved by one factor. Krishna is the plaything in the hands of his devotees. So he becomes, as Maharaj explained, he became inclined to reveal his mercy to Mother Yashoda by making up for the remaining 2 fingers and letting her tie him. But then the knot that Mother Yashoda tied, no one could untie except Nanda Maharaj. So Nanda Maharaj untied the knot, and because Krishna wouldn't talk to Mother Yashoda, and Mother Yashoda out of shame and embarrassment wouldn't even show herself to Nanda and Krishna, they spent some time without her. And Nanda tried to distract Krishna by taking him to the cows, teaching him how to write some alphabets, some letters of the alphabet. Nothing worked. Krishna's anger against Mother Yashoda, towards Mother Yashoda, didn't succeed. And eventually he started asking him, so what shall we do? How will we live without the mother? No, I don't want to see her. She behaved so harshly towards me. She treated me so badly, I don't want to see her again. But whose milk will you drink? The cow's milk? But who will you play with? With Balaram? Will you play with Rohini? He was trying to introduce him to his stepmother, Rohini, because she's like one step away from Yashoda. No, I won't even speak with her, because when I cried out for help, she wouldn't respond. Rohini, right? She's also on the blacklist for me. And Nanda Maharaj, a very expert parent, he started gently prodding Krishna in the right direction. He said, okay, so maybe because she treated you so badly and she wanted to beat you, she scared you with a stick, maybe I will also beat her with a stick. And she raised his hand in a mock kind of expression of anger towards Mother Yashoda, towards her direction. And immediately Krishna's affection for devotees got the better of him, and he caught his hands and no, don't do that. But what will, if she won't see you again, she will, and Nanda Maharaj didn't dare to say what he wanted to say, he just showed. If she dies, and for that was too much for Krishna. And he said, no, Mother, don't die. And he ran towards Mother Yashoda's room, jumped on her lap, and kissed her and embraced her, and the whole incident was resolved. So that was, at least according to Gopal Champu, as Bhakti Caitanya Maharaj directed me to read and narrate to you, that's how this whole episode ended. But it doesn't end for us here, because as Maharaj explained, even though this occurred on Diwali, this glorious pastime of Krishna and Mother Yashoda, Nanda Maharaj, is glorified and celebrated and worshipped throughout the whole month of Kartik. Sanatana Goswami explains, actually this is supposed to be continuous Nitya worship for every day of the year, 365 days in a regular year and 366 days in a leap year. But for us, those who cannot manage to offer ghee lamps throughout the entire year and sing Damodarashtaka, Sanatana Goswami strongly suggests that we do it every single day for the whole month of Kartik, with the aspiration to develop the same, at least a modicum of love, a modicum of pure devotion of Mother Yashoda Nanda Maharaj towards Krishna by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, a very big thank you to His Holiness Bhakti Caitanya Swami Maharaj Ki Jai, and to His Grace Madan Mohan Das. Hare Krishna. Such a wonderful and enlightening class. Devotees, a quick announcement. We know that this weekend is the 40th anniversary of our temple, and we all have wonderful memories of our temple. And you have Shri Shri Radha Radhanath ki Jai, Kartik Mas ki Jai. Devotees, very quickly, you have a wonderful opportunity to allow your memories to live on. On your way out, there will be a board that you can collect where you can put on your photo and your memory, and this will live on forever. So you can speak to Champakalata Mataji about this. We'll now observe Gora Arti and then Damodar Ashtakam. Hare Krishna.
Kiba Jaya Jaya Gora Chande Arati Goshoba Jana Vitata Bani Jagamalaloba Bose Achingora Cha Dhakra Shiva Shade Bhagane Hare Hare Gauri Shamaradulaya Sanjaya Mukula Bashu Goshadigaya Sangha Baje Gala Baje Baje Garadala Badu Dama Danga Baje Pada Bada Sala Sangha Baje Gala Baje Badu 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 Baje Sangha Baje Ganda Baje Badu 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 Baje Ittagora Haribo, 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 Haribo. Bahu Koti Chanta Jiri Valano Ujala Kala Deshe Bana Bana Kore Chanda Bana Shiva Sukana Dada Pimega Dagada Bhagati Vinoda Deke Kolada Sapada Gorangi Adati Goshoba Changa Janabada Loba Gorangi Adati Goshoba Jaga Janabada Loba Ittagora Haribo, 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 Haribo. Ittagora Haribo, 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 Haribo. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vishnaya Bhuttare Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityadamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Diveshesha Shunyavadi Ascharasya Tarine Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Sivasari Ora Bhakta Preda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Shri Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Shri Harinam Sankirtan Go Premanande Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey! Hey! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody put your hands up in the air. Chant the holy name with your heart. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo, 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 bolo.
Hare Krishna.
Jai Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajik Charas Tadasi Samad. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. ISKCON's founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki. Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki. Prem Sigahus Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki. Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Sham Kund Radhakund Giri Govardhan Ki. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki. Shri Mayapur Dham Ki. Shri Jagannath Puri Dham Ki. Shri Radha Radhanath Ki. Shri Giri Govardhan Ki. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Ki. Shri Radha Damodar Ki. Shri Kartik Vrata Ki. Srila Prabhupada Ki. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki. Gaur Premanande. All glories to the Samo devotees. All glories to the Samo devotees. All glories to the Samo devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So I'll ask everybody to please step back and take a seat because the Damodar Astakam will be chanted now. And please only offer your lamps after the song has been sung in full. The devotees who are going to be offering the achaman and lamps to you, they will be standing on either side and you'll get an indication of that. Yes, Marge. Get a chair for Marge. It's there, good. It's there. There's it there, Marge. There's it. Yes. Sorry.
Let's just turn it so we can.
Move it forward so that when there's a queue behind you. Grab it there.
And I need the words. And turn it so I can see. Yeah. Okay. I need the words. The words.
Marge, is that going to be too big, too small for you there?
Oh.
The sound copy. We have a sound copy on that?
I want to play an instrument.
You want to use the stand, Marge?
Yeah. Okay. No. We need to see the words for the song, not just the translation, please. Whoever's... Okay, there we go. There's verse 1. Okay. Namameshvaram Sachit Anandarupam Lasat kundalam gokule brajamanam. Namameshvaram Sachit Anandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam. Yashoda Bilolo Kaladavamanam Param Reshtamatyan Tatodrujagopya. Yashoda Biolo Kaladavamanam Param Reshtamatyan Tatodrujagopya. Rudantam moho netra yugmam rijantam karamboja yugmena satanka netram. Rudanta moho netra yugmam rijantam karamboja yugmena satanka netram. Moho swasa kampa trirekanka kanta stita graivam damodaram bhakti badam. Moha swasa kampa trirekanka kanta stita graivam damodaram bhakti badam. Iti drek swalila bir ananda kunde sago shamni majantam akyapayantam. Iti drek swalila bir ananda kunde sago shamni majantam akyapayantam. Tadi yeshita gesho bhaktar jitatvam puna prematastam shatavriti vande. Hadi yeshita gesho bhaktar jatatvam Puna prematastam shatavriti vande Varam deva moksham na moksha divva Nachanyam vrineham vareshadapiha Varam deva moksham na moksha vadim va Nachanyam vrineham vareshadapiha Idam teva purnata gopala balab Sadame manasya virastam kimanya Idam teva purnata gopala balam Sadame manasya virastam kimanya Idam te mukam bojam atyanta nilar Vritam kuntalai snigda raktai stakopya Idam te mukam bojam atyanta nilar Vritam kuntalai snigda raktai stakopya Mohostambitam bimba rakta darame Manasya virasta malam lakshalabhai Mohostambitam bimba rakta darame Manasya virasta malam lakshalabhai Namo Deva Damodar Ananta Vishnu Prasiddha Prabodhuka Jalapti Magnam Namo Deva Damodar Ananta Vishnu Prasiddha Prabodhuka Jalapti Magnam Kripa dreshte vreshtyati dinam batano. Grihane shamama gyamed yakshidrishya. Kripa dreshte vreshtyati dinam batano. Grihane shamama gyamed yakshidrishya. Kuveratma jobada murtyaiva yadvat. Tvaya mochito bhakti bhajo kritocha. Kuveratma jobada murtyaiva yadvat. Tvaya mochito bhakti bhajo kritocha. Tata prema bhaktim sakame prayachcha. Namokshe graho mesti damodareha. Tata prema bhaktim swakame prayachcha. Namokshe graho mesti damodareha. Namaste studamne sporadipti damne. Tvadio darayata vishvasya damne. Namaste studamne sporadipti damne. Tvadio darayata vishvasya damne. Namo Radhikaye Tvadiya Priyaye. Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tupyam. Namo Radhikaye Tvadiya Priyaye. Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tupyam. Namameshwaram Sachit Anandarupam. Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam. Namameshwaram Sachetanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Yashoda Biolo Kaladavamanam Param Reshtamatyan Tato Druchagopya Yashoda Biolo Kaladavamanam Param Reshtamatyan Tato Druchagopya Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Radha. Jaya Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Radha. Jaya Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Radha. Jai Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Radha. Jai Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Radha. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribo, 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 Haribo. Let I go, Haribo, 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 Haribo. Let I go to Haribo, 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 Haribo. Let I go to Haribo, 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 Haribo. Let I go Haribo, 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 Haribo. Let I go to Haribo, 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 Haribo. Jai Radha Damadara Radha Damadara Radha. 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 Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jai 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 Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Just carry on for a while, just carry on. Put the thing out.
Hare Krishna.
Ain't no party like a Keratam party, cause a Keratam party don't stop. Haribo! Ain't no party like a Keratam party, cause a Keratam party don't stop. Ain't no
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Arjun. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sri Radha Damodar ki, Kartik Vrat ki, Sri Harinam Sankirtan Yagya ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Go Premanande! Hare Hare Bo.
Arjuna, the cartel. Cartels. Namaste Narasringaya. Praladhaladadaine. Praladhaladadaine. Hiranyakashipu Vakshai. Shilatanka nakalaye. Ito nishrimho parato nishrimha. Yato yato yami tato nishrimha. Bahi nishrimho hridaye nishrimha. Bahi nishrimho hridaye nishrimha. Bahi nishrimho hridaye nishrimha. Nashingha madim sharanam prapade. Nashingha madim sharanam prapade. Tabakara kamalavare nakam Adbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringam Kesavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare. Nishringadev. Esavadita. Kesavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Kesavadita Jagadish Hare Jaya Nishringadev 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 Jaya Nishringadev Nishringadev Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur. Hari Bol, Hari Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Bhakti Vigna Vinashan Shringadev Bhagavan ki, Bhakta Shres Prahlad Maharaj ki, Shri Shri Radha Damodar ki, Shri Kartik Mas Vrata ki, Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Vancha Kalpadarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namah. Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki. Serving prasadam today.